Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 14, Episode 8. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you get anything out of the content. Now, child, let's get into it. We're going to get into it. When the episode first opens up, they're showing like a montage of all the ladies. Kenya is asking Brooklyn what she learned at school. Brooklyn's so cute and smart. She's like, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I know that's right, girl. Drew is at the gym trying to prove Drop It with Drew is real. And Sanya is at home talking to her sister. So in this scene, Sonya's talking to her sister and she's saying that she has to have a conversation with Ross. So she's going to plan him a romantic dinner and kind of drop the bomb on him. Y'all know what this is giving me? It's giving me Rob from Potomac. Shout out to Rob. It's giving me Robin from Real Housewives of Potomac because, you know, Juan wanted to have a little girl and Robin was like, dude, you didn't even help me the first time. Okay, the first 2 times. So no, I'm not about to have no baby. So Ross wants another baby, but she doesn't because she feels like he wasn't really there for her the first time. And this is my thing. Why do men who are not wanting to help or who aren't capable of helping always want more kids? It is more than a notion. Like, y'all want some more babies. It's not that easy. I just hope that whatever conversation they have, he's open to hearing her side because I'm just saying, the way Deucey was running around that kitchen, child, waiting for them french fries and whatnot, she's tired. Okay, she might be a runner, a track star, but it's something about running after them kids. That's a totally different type of run, honey. This ain't the type of run that you do when you pass the baton. Them kids will have you tearing your hair out. Then she ain't getting no help. Then she trying to build businesses, and she over here fake fighting with Drew, and she trying to do a mommy nation. It's just too much. It's just too much. In the next scene, Marlo and Sheree meet for a sauna workout to ambush Candy and whatnot. Honey, getting ready for the ambush of it all. Listen to me, y'all. Side note. I wish Sheree would redo this confessional look. I hate this Elvira confessional look. And then she try to throw a little shade and she be moving and that bang be moving. It's just too much. It's just too much for me. I hate that hair. Oh my goodness, I hate that. Sheree has never gotten it wrong in a confessional. I have seen Sheree in some confessionals over the years, honey, because y'all know she keep getting fired and keep coming back. But whenever she does come back, I have never seen her get something this wrong. It must be one of them people you ain't pay, Sheree. You know they say she don't pay. So Candy arrives and they're like, are you getting in the sauna? Because they want her to get in. She was like, no, I got somewhere to be. And I ain't about to have my hair all nappy. Y'all know how Candy is, child. She came in knowing that we're about to be on some BS. So she already had a little chip on her shoulder. She was like, no. The 2 of y'all, when y'all stepped outside, because let me tell you something about a tourist. They don't forget nothing. Okay, and if y'all think she forgot that y'all stepped out and had a sidebar at that Jamaican cooking class, because the show wasn't no dinner, honey, and I ain't gonna never let y'all forget that. She didn't forget that. And she probably knew that y'all were talking about her. So now y'all invite her for this scene and y'all getting ready to act like y'all all buddy. No, she didn't come to get into the sauna and she ain't doing it. Moving forward. So Sheree gets right into it, honey. She's talking about how her and Candy used to be so close when they were the Smalls. And she's so disappointed that, you know, I just wanted you to reach out to me, you know, do more. I mean, I was going through something, Candy. I mean, I was just really going through. Sheree, cut the crap, honey. Ain't nobody about to baby you and pacify you and call you every 5 minutes, honey. What is wrong? Was there anyone injured when you were waiting, sitting next to that heat lamp, besides your ego? Nobody? Okay, so why does this woman have to continue to call you? You know dang all well you and Candy are not close like that, honey. I don't care what y'all was doing back in 2015. I'm talking about, don't tell me what has been. Tell me what's now. Child, tell me what's going on right now, honey. Candy was like, how do y'all expect more from me than y'all are giving me? So then Marlo tells her that she's going through something and she needs Candy. Candy's like, my own family feels like I'm not doing enough and I'm not giving them enough time. Candy is stretched thin. Let me just explain to y'all how thin she is stretched. She got Todd. All they doing is Netflix and napping. She got little baby Blaze. Then she got AC Pooh. Not to mention she got Candy and the gang. Then she over here with the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She over there with Duda on The Shy. She getting down with Jessie Woo over there on that new show that's on All Black, streaming now. And then She's doing different music, honey, walking around doing TikToks, talking about legs and hips and body. The lady is trying to get every conceivable coin in the United States of America. She does not have time to call Sheree about this ex-con. He's a con artist. Girl, Marlo gonna say, well, maybe you need to work on that. Ma'am, you started wanting her attention after you became full-time on this show. So stop it. Because I will never forget when you were a friend of the show, when you were on that train with Nene and you were right there with Candy and Candy was sitting behind you. You was like, ooh, Candy's so dry. And she was like, you talk too damn much. And she said, hey, you don't talk enough. Then y'all start going back and forth and back. And you didn't care about being Candy's friend. Now all of a sudden, you want to have play dates. You want Candy to be your village. You want Candy to call you and braid your hair on Sundays. What are y'all talking about? Just like, what are you talking about? So Candy starts to get frustrated, honey, and that voice gets to trembling. I'm frustrated. I'm getting frustrated. Y'all please leave Candy alone. Leave her alone. So she starts to get frustrated because it's like they're both tag teaming her. Oh my goodness. Marlo, you want Candy to be the best friend to you that you've ever had. Y'all want her to be the 3 best friends that anyone could have when you literally just sat there and called her a pro a few episodes ago. Said she effed her way through the industry. Now you sitting in her face telling her that you need more of her. Well, where they do that at? So Sheree gonna say in her confessional, you know, I'm not a yes friend, but I just didn't expect Candy to have a tantrum. Girl, what are you talking about? If somebody is in my face requesting of me something that I know that I would be more than willing to give if we were cool like that, and I know y'all playing in my face, I'm gonna be frustrated too. It's called I'm so mad I could just cry. So that's what it's called, not a tantrum. And Sheree, please, you expect more from Candy than the man you've been talking to on the phone for 4+ years. Anyway, this is so dumb and fake. Sheree, this is crazy. Okay, you're fine. Nobody told you to go out and sit on the sidelines by that heat lamp and wait for Tyrone. And Marlo, please cut it out. Okay, truth be told, you don't really like Candy. Yeah, you know Candy from back in the day and around the way, but you could take Candy or leave her. Please stop. And Sheree, while you sitting here thinking you and Marlo have now formed this super tight bond, let somebody else get cool with Marlo. You're going to be on the sidelines looking in. Moving forward. In the next scene, Sanya is at home creating a special meal for her man to soften the blow. And so Ross comes in looking all snazzy. She knows she got her a handsome husband, okay? Sanya got on a little freakum dress. I know that's right, girl. So Sanya starts telling him when they sit down for dinner that she didn't expect him to be gone for so long, and he's been gone half the month already. And the family helps her, but it's not the same as him being there. So then Ross tries to explain his side and why things are the way that they are. And then she tells him that she doesn't think she wants to have more children because it's not feasible for them right now. She's struggling because she doesn't feel like she has the support that she needs. So she tells him all that. She starts getting teary-eyed and everything. After all that, he still feels like they should have another child. You know what? Men don't understand the stress and strain it takes to have kids, not only mentally, but physically. It's more than filling up a house full of kids. It's about, okay, so the baby is here now. How is this going to affect not only my body, but my time and my mind, not to mention postpartum, especially when you don't have help? So she was like, well, will you resent me if I don't have another child? And he said, I don't know. I feel like that's coming from a selfish place. I really do. I feel like you are not seeing her side. You're only thinking about you. Both people need to be happy about having a child, not just one. Anyway, boy gone. In the next scene, Sheree is on the phone with her business manager in the midst of all these samples. It's given season 2 when she was walking around in the circle trying to get them samples ready for Dwight, honey. And he came over there and looked at them samples, child, and they were a fool. It's fabric swatches everywhere. Sheree, give it up. Okay? I don't want to see now another sample. It does not take this long to execute something. Y'all talking about Drew, but the Ponzi scheme is in full effect. Allegedly. That's what Kenya call it. Kenya call it a Ponzi scheme. Honey, y'all might say what y'all want, but Drew got it up, and honey, y'all dropping it. Dropped it this episode, didn't you? Moving forward. In the next scene, Marlo is at Le Archive, spelled with an E, with her nephew sons. And Marlo was talking to them, right? And she said ever since the call with their mom, they've been acting out. Marlo, they need to be in therapy, not cleaning out your coat closets, okay? They need to have an outlet. They need to talk about their feelings. Okay, so how did this make you feel? In this moment, were your feelings big or small? They're still children. They need someone other than you and your designer labels to talk to. Girl. So they're talking, and Marlo is telling them that she talked to their older sister. Apparently, they have an older sister. Her name is Jasmine. She's 27. They live in a different state. And she tried to convince the daughter that she needs to go and see her mom. And I was wondering why the daughter didn't take her brothers. But, that's a huge responsibility. And I mean, she's 27. She probably, out there living her life. So I don't know. But hopefully the entire family can come together, because I can see the struggle that's happening. But Marlo just takes away from anybody wanting to feel any kind of sympathy because of how she gets to acting in the midst of it all. In the next scene, Candy, Kenya, and Moneta, they meet up to make candles. And so Candy tells us that she met Moneta when she was with Neo. And so that starts them to talking about Candy cares, right? And so Kenya was like, oh, girl. Well, that was a topic of conversation when we went to lunch the other day. Apparently, Marlo has a problem with you donating your old clothes. And she also said you weren't a good friend. So then Candy tells them about how Sheree and Marlo basically ambushed her at that sauna, telling her she wasn't a good friend. So Kenya was like, well, you know what? You are a good friend and you always show up. And she told Moneta, she said, listen, when I was on Dancing with the Stars, Candy was on her live for 2 hours waiting for me. She sure is a good friend, honey, because you got a good 30 minutes to get out that costume before I say, ooh, I'm about to turn in. I'm about to turn in, child. They know Candy gonna give them what she gets. So I don't know why they even messing with her. But they messing with her to get her riled up. Because Candy will sleep through the entire season, child. She gonna sell that bedroom candy or whatever she gonna do. And then she gonna go to the reunion and sit up and prop up and not say not nothing. So they making her work. Moving forward. So Kenya asked Candy if she got Drew's invitation for dropping it with Drew dropped off. And so Candy was like, yeah, I got it. So they invited Moneta because they want her to come and drop it as well. And Candy was like, oh, okay, so how was your honeymoon, girl? Let's talk about that. Like, did you use the bedroom candy products? Placement. So Kenya is like, oh, okay, well, let's not speak on them products, child. So they started talking about how Candy had a vibrating panty free for all in New York. So Kenya is like, okay, let me ask you this. Would you like it if you had on vibrating panties and someone else could control them? Now, mind y'all, Moneta is Candy's friend, and Moneta's face was like, oh, hell no. Till Candy gonna say, don't be acting all goody two-shoes on me. And so Moneta was like, oh, no, we see each other. Moneta, please. You wanted to say, hell no. I do not want my white chocolate vibrating somebody else's underwear. Sure, please. Candy, let her be real. She might not like her man buzzing Kenya's kitty. Candy gonna debo you into agreeing with her if she don't do nothing else. So they're showing the steps of the candle making, right? So step number 1 is you pick out your scents. Step number 2 is something else. Then they had candle. Step number 3, pause for argument. So Kenya and Candy, they going at it, honey. They going back and forth and back. And Candy is like, you were talking about sex in front of my husband. Kenya said, no, that's not true. Flashback to Cynthia's engagement party, and she definitely said that she would get down with Candy. So Candy said, well, why did you say that in front of my husband? The fact that they are loudly arguing about their vaginas and buzzing their vaginas is something else to me. I'm like, the people hearing all about y'all vaginas. Where's Mama Joyce when you need her? The people are hearing y'all fuss about y'all vaginas. So Candy said, me and Kenya, we can move past things. Like, we have a little argument, and that's cool. We're going to get past it. But Marlo likes to hold on to things. And I feel like she's starting a hate Candy campaign. I don't know, child. She's starting something. That's because Marlo don't really like you. Quiet as it's kept. In the next scene, it's time to drop it with Drew. And she wants them to see that it's a legitimate business. Okay, girl. Everyone starts to arrive, so they do their weigh-ins, giving very much Weight Watchers. And Candy said, I'm going to drop it with Drew, but I just need to know, is this a real facility? Yes, well, Candy, yesterday it was empty. Today it's a weight loss camp. Child, I commend Drew. Let me tell you something. Anything that can go from nothing to something in under 24 hours, I commend. Okay, I really do. Give her credit, child. It popped up faster than Sheree's joggers. I'm just saying. So then Sanya, Sheree, and Marlo, they're on their way. They're in one car. Oh, okay. So I see what's going on. You got Marlo, Sheree, and Sanya as one team. Drew in the middle because everybody likes to make fun of Drew. And then you have Candy and Kenya on the other side. It's a huge divide. Let's see how this gonna play out. So they're in the car. And Sonya was like, well, I'm just happy I was invited and not uninvited. I'm going to tell y'all right now, I would not have invited Sonya not nowhere. After how you showed out, calling me bruh, getting up, talking all loud, getting all close. No, ma'am. You would not have been invited anywhere to anything that I was hosting. And then you went ran it back talking about something that you were acting like you were enthusiastic about at first. Child, please. Drew better than me. So Marlo comes in and walks right past Candy. But she wants them to be BFFs. Anyway, so Candy, of course, notices that Marlo walked past her. And I'm like, see, Marlo, this is the main reason why she doesn't like really just give you anything, because you walked right past her without even speaking. That is rude. So then Candy notices Sheree's don't. She got a 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 don't. Twerk some, twerk some, twerk. I know that's right, Sheree. Baby, shout out to Soldier Boy. I'm Todd, I saw that glance. It's cool. Candy ain't gonna care. Because I sure saw Todd look over there. That look, baby. That look like them TikTok leggings. If you're on TikTok, y'all remember them leggings that were going around that made you look like you had that cat in the back? That's what them leggings look like Sheree had on. So Sheree has on her She by Sheree leggings, and she's using her She by Sheree mat with her She by Sheree water bottle. Available never. Okay, because you keep on saying stuff and you're not putting it out for the masses. You are missing a huge coin. Sheree, this is my problem with you. If you're not going to utilize the platform and monopolize off it, then get off. Okay, we say a lot about Candy not clocking in and always using this as an advertisement. Well, that's what you do. You have to build on your momentum. And quiet as it's kept, the way Sheree was stacked in the back and that thing was thangin', I would buy those leggings in a minute. Okay, a hot New York minute. I want that thing to sit up just like that. Girl, you're just wasting time and resources. Okay, and also you wasting all that on Tyrone and his ankle bracelet. Well, Sheree, do better. So for whatever reason, Sanya goes up to talk to Ralph, and she's like, yeah, me and your friend, we're having an issue. Here you go. Who's my friend? Oh my God. Girl, why on earth are you asking a man that doesn't respect his wife for marital advice? Not to mention, he didn't even know who you were talking about. Child, it's just embarrassing. So she tells him what's going on about having another baby. And Ralph basically tells her, you ain't too busy to have no baby. Okay? If you love your man, you need to have a baby for him. And she's like, well, I want to build a legacy and to grow my businesses. Sanya, why are you speaking logic to Ralph? You have to speak douche. That's all he understands, honey. He don't understand when you speak English. Girl, over on the other side, Marlo finally said something to Candy, and Candy's like, oh, you talking to me now? And Marlo was like, I was always talking to you. She was like, well, you walked right past me a few minutes ago. So she said, now I also heard you were talking ish about me when y'all had lunch. So she said, everybody did. Well, Marlo, you kind of led the pack. Okay, you were talking about her not donating clothes to your liking, so it was mostly you. So then Candy was like, you know what? We're going to go ahead and drop it with Drew, and I'm going to drop this for now, and we're going to pick it back up a little later. So then Drew is like, let's put our hands in. 1, 2, 3, drop it with Drew. Drew, goodbye. Goodbye, honey. But did y'all see that look on Candy's face? Now, Candy, why you acting like that? You acting like you don't want to be bothered. Now, you know that was rude because you wouldn't want Drew to do that to you, and she wouldn't do that at your event. One thing I can say about Drew is she's very supportive of the people when she feels like they kind of like her a little bit. And I didn't really like that look Candy was giving. I didn't like it. So they call up some of their big weight loss clients, and they're talking about how this one lady lost 100 pounds in 50 days. And baby, that is commendable. I've been trying to lose 10 pounds for the past 7 months. I mean, it's probably because I make peach cobbler as an appetizer or some child. But I have really been trying to, be slim thick. And it just ain't happening. And I'm starting to get my nerves. Child ain't got nothing to do with me. Let me stay focused. I commend her for losing 100 pounds. So in the middle of all that, Todd gets a call. So he and Candy, they run out and everyone's like, what's going on? So Candy is outside and she's like, what's going on? What's happening? He's steady talking on the phone. I hate when people keep talking, like, tell me what's wrong, because now my nerves bad, honey. Is it my kids? Is it my mama? What is it? So Todd not telling her nothing. Moneta goes out to check on him, and Candy is like, somebody at our house and they jumped our gate. So they trying to figure that out. Now everybody outside. So apparently somebody jumped their gate and is on their property. That's scary because the kids are in there, and oh my god, that is just scary. Even when you live behind the gates, it's always a fool that's gonna find their way through. So they go back inside to drop it low and pick it up slow, and Marlo is like, I don't want to work out, I get lipo. Ain't that what Drew does? That's what she said in her confessional. Okay, yes, Drew does get lipo, just like you did, and so does half the people on the cast. And what else is going on? Marlo, shut up. So then Sheree gonna say, between Drew's horrible mommy makeover and the way she's doing those moves, no wonder she still looks like a busted can of biscuits. Why do y'all keep body shaming this woman? I'm all for a good kiki and whatnot, but I've even noticed it in the comments like, did she get lipo? Did she get a mommy makeover? Drew's body looks fine. Like, I know y'all used to the BBL body of it all, but the lady has 3 kids. I think she looks perfectly fine. Like, girl, Sheree, you too old to be talking about somebody else's body. And if you think you can help her to sculpt her body to look like she's by yours, then go ahead and launch She by Sheree, the workout plan. Kenya can help you with the DVD. Honey, well, be careful, because then you'll have Kenya by Kenya. But you know how Kenya like to do, child. But all I'm saying is this. Stop body shaming this woman. It was really getting on my nerves. I didn't really like that. I did not like that at all, because there's nothing wrong with her shape. That is a natural woman's shape. She didn't say I went and got a mommy makeover and I had them snatch me to have the body of one of these Instagram models. That's what she wanted. Like, girl gone. So Kenya finally arrives. Kenya, you're late. Kenya, you know what? You turned into a little bit of a hypocrite. Now I got to call all y'all out. You get to hollering if people are late, and you have been late to every event so far, and you ain't sick no more. So what is the issue? Then she said she went to go look at Brooklyn's open house at the new school she going to or whatever, just like you told Candy. Girl, nobody want to hear all them excuses. Anyway, nice to see you. So Drew introduces her business partner, Jackie, and then they find out that Drew is actually the face of a program that was already established. She brought her in to help with the Atlanta market. Drew, why didn't you just say that? I know you want to feel like you have something that's your own, but just say, I partner with this lady who had a 21-day workout program, and I am now the face of the everyday woman, and we're going to call it Dropping with Drew. Drew, you need PR. Honey, call me. Moving forward. So Drew is like, okay, well, let's move on, okay, because y'all grilling my partner when, we've had people who are taking decades to open up businesses. We saw your mat today, Sheree. Not you saw her mat. Baby, that shade was good to me. Sheree did come in there with that mat. That mat was cute too. Sheree, that mat could be in a Ross near us right now. Okay? You ain't got to put it in a fancy department store, honey. Put it somewhere where the masses are going to flock to it. That mat could be online right now. Those leggings would be sold out. Girl, the way you was looking in them leggings. Girl. Anyway, I just can't get over it. Letting all that money go to waste. So Sheree talking about, well, I was the face of many things. Yes, Sheree, you could have been the face of many things. But Sheree, there are everyday people putting out businesses. You have too many connects for this to not have any follow through. I don't want to hear it, honey. Hell, even I produce some merch. Child, and I'm just a woman sitting down in Houston, Texas. So then Moneta brings up Candy. She's like, well, let me talk about Candy. I think I should defend her because she said that you guys were talking about her, and the way that it was explained to me was that y'all were sitting around just basically saying bad things about her. So Marlo was like, well, did it come from you, Kenya? And Kenya said, yes, it did. And I relay messages properly. So Kenya said, at the end of the day, she ain't effing with you. So Marlo was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to die. What I'm going to do? What's going to happen? Kenya said, I don't know. You need to talk to her about that. Well, baby, what'd she say that for? So then Kenya said, you know what? It just made her realize all the things that you haven't been to her. So then Marlo gets in the confessional saying that Kenya runs game on her, and she turns around and stabs her in the back. She's like, I'm just tired of being hurt by Kenya. I'm tired of her hurting me. Marlo, you are truly on another planet. What are you talking about? You just got done breaking Kenya all the way the hell down. You said she was a Hollywood pass-around. How quickly we forget. You said her own mother didn't want anything to do with her. And she continues to hurt you? Okay. Marlo was like, well, Kenya, can you teach me how to be a friend? Or tell us about Mark, like what's going on with him? Oh, tell us about your fake butt. So Kenya's like, I'm perfect. Oh, child. Now, Kenya, ain't nobody perfect, but I know what you're trying to say. Marlo, oh my goodness. Marlo was like, no, you're not. So then she tells her to learn how to keep a man. Marlo, that's such a late, overused, and underproductive read, if it can even be considered a read. You don't keep a man, number one. And I'm sure any of y'all in here have no problem securing a man. You always go for the jugular knowing she's going through a divorce, but you want her to take it easy on you. She's like, well, you settled for a man that belittled you. Kenya said, yes, I did. And I got a beautiful baby from it. And what did you get? I know that's right, honey. Shut her down, honey. Look, you can't read me if I own it. That takes the sting out of it. Thanks for coming. Baby, try again, honey. Kenya has owned that bad wig and that bad man. What else she got? So Marlo comes closer, and Kenya is putting her hand out into Marlo's face. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Listen, y'all keep y'all hands by your side. Housewives got it real bad putting that hand in people's face. Then we're going to all be divided. We're going to be fussing, honey. And I'm going to drop this review like a hot potato. Kenya, keep your hands to yourself. Marlo, back the hell up. Back up. Mind your business. That's all. Just mind your business. Get out this woman's face. Okay? Don't come in this woman's face. There was no need for you to walk closer because you're begging for a physical confrontation. So back the hell up. Okay? Didn't y'all just stop Drew from putting her hand in Sheree's face? So Marlo was going back and forth with Kenya, and she was like, Kenya comes for me all the time, and I'm just tired. So they both hollering outside, and Kenya trying to steal the one thing that Sheree has completed, which is her mat. Baby, Kenya trying to put that mat in the car. And Marlo over that line talking about, I'm from the hood, and I don't talk about people's moms, and I don't talk about people's kids. So then they flash back to her saying all the disgusting things that she said from the past. Back at Candy's house, she goes in to check on the babies because her and Todd made it home. Candy immediately starts munching on something. Child, her nerves are bad. So then the sitter tells her that someone was looking for her, and she told him, Candy don't live here. This man said that he was T.I.'s son and he was a songwriter. T.I., come get this man expeditiously. Child, T.I. probably has never seen this man in real life. A day in his life. Like, people are really insane. So back at dropping it with Drew, after the heifers disperse, Sanya pulls Drew to the side to apologize. And Drew says she feels like it's 4-on-1. And although she can hold her own, like, that ain't cool. So Sanya said, you know what, from now on, I'm going to come directly to you. I'm not going to hold things in, especially because, you know, Ralph and Ross, they're getting cool. Are they? Honey, because Ralph didn't even remember him a few minutes ago. But that's neither here nor there. That's just a side note. So she tells Drew that Ross isn't happy because he wants a second kid, and she told him she didn't know. Here go, Drew. You have to do that for your husband. You have to make him happy. Because, you know, I said that I have my life to work and I have to give Ralph a kid because he may resent me. And we're back. Drew, just when I start to take up for you, child, you do some foolery like this. Drew, this isn't the 1950s where you wear pearls and aprons and white heels to cook dinner promptly at 5. This is 2022. Okay? Drew, don't get me started. Please don't get me started, especially after the state of current affairs. Okay? The things that's going on right now. Please don't start that. Please, we have progressed. Having a child is a mutual decision, and most often, all the responsibility falls on the mom. I should have known this would be your advice, child. It sounds like something you would say, talking about he gonna resent you. He resent you anyway, and you had the kids, and so what else? Anyway, child, if that's the way you feel, go set yourself off. But I'm telling you right now, it's 2022. Sonya's like, well, what about me? What if I do it and I resent him? Shouldn't it go both ways? Drew is like, well, you want to make your husband happy. Yes, but the marriage consists of more than just the husband. Sanya, please don't ask Drew nothing else, honey. Don't talk to Drew about your marital problems. Her and Ralph may be the face of this fitness program, but not this thing called a healthy marriage. Okay? And let it go. And that was the end of the episode. Child, y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about this episode. I thought it was cute. Y'all tell me what you thought about Marlo and Kenya getting into it. What about Sheree and Marlo talking to Candy and breaking her all the way the hell down outside this sauna? Let's get into it if we're going to get into it down in the comment section. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.